All right, just checking in, everyone. I don't know if anyone is even watching the videos that I post, but I know God definitely is. And that makes me super happy because things are a lot better. But just wanted to let you guys in where I'm at with my life, what I'm doing, and just check in with you guys. Let me see if I can fix this. It's dark. Well, I'll leave the light in. Just feel like my face is shining. Uh, I'll be real. I've been working and being a patient in a treatment facility in Mexico. Is what they call it, what they know them as anexos. And it's been an experience. It's been an experience because sometimes I like being here, other times I'm just really challenged with my beliefs and customs, and I sometimes fear like I'm not gonna ever be able to leave this place and live a normal life, which is like deeply my true and deep desire intent to do. Just small things happen in the sense that I fear like sometimes people plot things against you to make you look like the bad guy, even after everything that you do to demonstrate that you're like working the program and you're working whatever is expected of the patients that are in here. Annexos are different in the sense that they're self-governed and self-ran, and the people that like run them make a lot of money for the purpose of the facility, and it's supposed to be nonprofit, but truth be told, they are for profit, and a lot of people just don't understand that part or realize it. One of the things that comes by really hard in accepting is that there is very minimal professionalism, in the sense that you have people who are not trained, not qualified to run a facility in a way that's humane, or in a sense where like if you want to stand up for rights or what you believe is righteous, it's like a set of order. Like, you're below me, you have to abide with whatever rules I have to tell you. And it's heavy. It's heavy living like that. I've been coming in and out of this treatment facility for 3 years. My sober date is May 21st of 2025. And I've been coming in and out of this facility, this same facility, with that same purpose, that when I leave, I've ran away. And because I just can't take it anymore, in the sense that like I just feel like things are plotted against, and things are plotted against my character. And people might be like, oh, well, it's just paranoia or whatever. Like, but no, like, you really have to understand, living in a place where people can accept the truth behind their sickness, because it's a mental sickness, and everyone in here has it. But when it's like an argument is construed against your thoughts or your beliefs, what the addict does is they easily manipulate situations to get other people to jump on board and to attack your thoughts and ideologies, when all expected is just to follow an order, or help them understand or help them see that their way of living has cost them, in short, their liberty, or their will of getting away with the things that give them that instant pleasure. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I do want to say that I feel a little bit troubled even speaking about this, because not a lot of information is thrown out there, in the sense that these places operate in the sense that if someone is mentally unstable, someone is in a position that they might be causing harm to themselves or someone else, then the legality of the terms is that the rehab center can intervene and then help that person arrive and receive treatment. The part that's not really disclosed is that the person is entitled to their humane rights. And so that's the part where like it gets misconstrued, where you're receiving treatment but you're incarcerated pretty much. And sometimes it's just a little bit overwhelming to see how this unravels. Like, I've tried to adapt to it so I can see if we can make some changes, and then motivate the guys that receive the treatment to receive the treatment rather than fight it, because in short, it is something that's needed, right? Treatment is something that's needed for people who neglect. I tell parents it's a form of intervention. And so to intervene, it's the first step, right? So put a stop to it. Like, that's the trail of stopping an addiction is just to put a stop to it. That's the first step. Like, if you want to leave any addiction, you stop it. That's it, right? So I tell the folks here, like, your family took a decision. They put you in here for a reason. Let's work on it. Let's do your treatment. Let's do what we have to do, and you work on it. But I've been in this type of treatment for 3 years, and it's rough. It's rough because no matter how much you try to adapt to the environment, like the lack of professionalism, the lack of like character importance, in the sense that we're minions and you need to abide, and if you don't abide or complete, then you basically are against everything that we stand for. And so, like, that, I don't like that philosophy. I really don't like the way things are going. But basically, like, I've just been having a difficult time. I've been having a hard time adapting, because it's just like things that have a solution in the sense of communicating. And then here's the other fact. Like, I let them know. Like, it's gone to the point where they're just kind of like, no, we're a piece of shit because you're an addict. And I'm just kind of like, well, I'm an educated addict. And I say it like funnily, because a lot of the people that are here did not complete their studies. And that speaks volume, because in that sense of being able to hear and listen and grasp a lesson or a lecture, it's one of the things that I've noticed, in the sense that many of these guys argue that they don't have a problem, that they're okay, and that because they have a position of power, that they can make the right calls or the right judgments. And when shit hits the fan, the acceptance parts of saying like, oh, you know what, well, I kind of did fuck up, or I didn't take your word for it, like a formal set of apology, like that gets lost in translation. Like, it doesn't even happen. And so it's just like kind of like dusting it off, like it never happened. And so to me, it's just kind of like really hard, because I'm like, whoa, hold on. Like, what am I getting reprimanded for? And what do I need to do to make sure it doesn't happen? Because each time I feel like my character is just being criticized and attacked. So where's my treatment to this? Like, how do I come out of this stronger if I've been here coming out in and out 3 years, and I mean, to some intent, like, when is it going to work for me? Right? So, like, I work your program, but you're also expecting me to take part of it, but you're denying some sort of, like, sponsorship, or you're denying some sort of, like, taking care of me. And so it's rough, guys. It's rough. I can't explain it in a formality because I'm like still here, but sometimes I do fear that like I'll be forgotten about, and then that I'm gonna have to live here for the rest of my life. I did at one point know what liberty was, having my own car, having my apartment, having me taking care of my facilities, and sometimes it's hard to work with people who are given everything, or given that help, and that they know how to abuse that help to get what they want. They feel fine and covered, and then they leave and come back again for the same cause. I mean, I can't judge them for that, because that's happened to me. But my main argument is like, well, I'm not really working a program if I'm working the program. So it's hard. I mean, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about addiction, when I do the leadership facilitation activities that I do. I'm a trained leadership coach, and I try to implement those activities with the guys, and we learn a lot. We learn a lot about what it is to communicate, what it is to accept, what it is to adapt. And so we do learn a lot of these qualities and traits, those who are motivated to want to do the change. But within all, it's rough. It's rough because when we are constantly being attacked in character and not on the disease, like that's when things get misconstrued. So I've been reprimanded, well, not reprimanded, but I've been talked bad about because I try to implement the rules. I try to make sure that everyone abides by the sanity of the house, so no one getting high, no one bringing in dopes, whether it be pills, whether it be actual dope. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy, even though I have the same problem. And I respect the fact that this is a place that's supposed to give me the life that I essentially lost in addiction. But here I am struggling and suffering, because there is a sense of suffering, and I have to admit there is a sense of suffering. And where you're just kind of like, I mean, how are you helping me when all you're doing is reprimanding me on making sure that your orders are being given? So aside of like working the administration team, I apparently am a patient, but that's the part that I'm telling you guys. Like, I fear that at some point I'm just gonna have to adapt and like be here and be forgotten about, and everything be misconstrued in the sense that like, no, well, he's an addict, he's never gonna change. I mean, I hope that I can transmit some sort of like logic here, but in all, just putting this out there for safety reasons and letting it out, venting. I'm pretty sure no one has seen my other videos. I don't know if anyone would at all see these videos, but if you do, if you're an addict and you know what I'm talking about in this process, it's rough. And stick in it, go through it, and honestly, if your family keeps making that decision for you, find a way in where you start your own family, because sometimes the family doesn't see how they could be causing more harm or more of an antagonism. I don't even know if that's a word, but more of a, like an insight of hate within you to not break the addiction, but rather like fuel it. So just stick through it, do your time, and then once you're out, start figuring out what it is that you really want for your life, and start setting your goals where they're attainable and they're attainable and they're reachable, for you to start realizing that you could live a life soberly. That's all, guys. I love you guys. If you see this, I love you too. Or if you don't. But thanks, God.